A summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and Anakin's here and Wolverine's in. Let's see. Looks like maybe. Yeah, I guess some notification went out. Roblox is here. Says Zaro Knight and Zora Xbox all games. Zombie Kit. Gaming's here. Marcus Williams is back in. Goku Black, Cora Nightmare, Cam the Gamer, the men behind the slaughter, Autist. Haroon is in again. Travatude. I like that. Travatude. All right. Yeah, I am. It's your friend's birthday. Happy birthday to your friend, Roblox Gamer. Because I do want to get the gaming streams going again. I'm conflicted, guys, and I need your assistance here. Danganronpa has been fun. I have to admit I'm not a huge fan of the pacing of Danganronpa. You do an awful lot of chit-chat, and I'm not a big fan of that. At that end, the first trial was so drawn out because for me, as soon as I saw Leon's name written backwards, it's like, I know who did it. So everything else was like just dragging feet to get along to it. And what really pointed that out to me was Inside was so much fun. I like games where there's constant new challenges. So with Inside, even if a challenge took a while, at least I was working on something. So I don't know about Danganronpa. I'm on the fence. And that Little Nightmares, I've got that downloaded. That looks a lot of fun. Regardless of what we do, I'm going to throw some more GTA 5 streams in. But I want to know what you guys thought about that. Well, again, I'm not looking for. I should have been more specific. I'm not looking for necessarily for other suggestions. I'm talking about between those two, Danganronpa and just moving on to Little Nightmares. Let's see. Have I seen My Hero Academia? Yes, I've seen it. As a matter of fact, I'm watching season 4 at the Goosh right now. Yeah, I think season 4 might become my favorite season. I'm really enjoying that one. This whole thing with Eri is really heart-wrenching and very cool. Autist said 60. Oh, there were 69 people watching. Damn it. Let's see. Oh, then Little Nightmares. Yeah, Cheap Jump Scare. I was told that Little Nightmares is similar in design to Inside, correct? Wouldn't you say? But Curtis Celeste Lex says, yeah, the characters in the game are good, Lex. The gameplay itself, I find to be. In gaming, I like things to keep moving. I'll give you a good example. When I was younger, I was actually a fairly decent chess player. I used to play a lot when I was young. And as I got older, and I guess, and especially now that I'm pushing 60, you'd think this would have gone away, but it hasn't. I guess I'm more hyper when I'm doing something. I haven't played chess in years because it moves too slow. It's just like, nah, man. And then, and chess, whether win, lose, or draw, it doesn't take me a long time to figure out my moves. It's like, okay, I can see what I want to see. This is the move I'm going to make it or break it. And then you're playing with opponents that are like, and 10 minutes goes by and I can't do it. And that's what I relate it to. I like things to keep moving. I want to have a new challenge. Undertale, we started a little bit of Undertale a while back. That's when I kept having all the problems with the streams. We started a lot of games that didn't finish because the streams would fuck up. But now I've got that part mastered. I don't know. I'd have to remember what I thought of Undertale. I don't really remember offhand. Let's see. Barry says, here, take my lunch money. I wasn't hungry anyway. All right, well, thanks, Barry. Now I feel guilty. Johnny says, play chess then. Go challenge an Asian person. Actually, I shouldn't say I haven't played in years. I played once just last week because Spaz Kid started getting into it a little. And he had me. I made a stupid move, and he had me. And then he made a dumb move. And I took back the edge, and I beat him. A lot of people mentioned Portal, Sammy G. How many of you guys are familiar with that Little Nightmares? It looks really fun. I watched the the trailers for it and stuff. And again, I loved Inside. Inside was a blast. It was a really, really odd ending, but I really enjoyed it. Wolverine says, play Wii, Goosh and Alter Boy. Red Dead 2? I played some of Red Dead 1. That was pretty fun. Cool looking game. Walking Dead, I already did the first one all the way through. That's probably my favorite game so far in that genre. That Walking Dead was really, really good. Yeah, a lot of people talk about Portal. But again, right now it's going to be a choice between going back to Danganronpa or moving forward with Little Nightmares. You like it too, Cam the Gamer? A lot of people have been telling me it's a really good game. Lex says, I've heard of it. It's about little kids being eaten by a big monster man, so Attack on Titan, basically. That's a plus for it, Silex. We like anything that's AOT related. I just guilt tripped you. Ha! I have activated my trap card, Barry says. Really? Johnny says Little Nightmares is probably my favorite of that style of game. Yeah, I know, and I feel bad for leaving some of you in the lurch because I know a lot of you like Danganronpa, but man, those sessions where you go into a room and you have to talk to everybody, and 90% of them are just talking unrelated crap. It just I don't have a lot of patience. And again, I think what really put me off on it was they made at least the first murder there was too easy. I mean, you wrote his goddamn name on the wall, and then I spent the next couple hours playing the game when I knew who did it. So that I guess that's what really hurt it. You should try some anime fighting games like Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm. Those are my weaker games. I like Jump Force. Those are my weaker games typically because of the disconnect. The problem I have with gaming is because of the concussions. I don't have that quick reaction anymore from my brain to my fingers because I can see what I want to do. It's like when I'm playing Call of Duty. I see the enemy, but it takes me that extra time for that to go from here to pull the trigger and gets me killed a lot. Definitely Little Nightmares makes use of Z-axis. Yeah, Cthulhu, I'm leaning that way a lot. That between, and again, what really got me into it was how much fun Inside was. And you guys all saying that Little Nightmares is very similar in design. It was really a good time. It was a fun game. Well, we're talking right now, Big Green. I'm not sure I want to continue with Danganronpa. I laid out a bunch of reasons why. And I'm thinking of going over to Little Nightmares. That's what we're talking about right now. And again, GTA 5 is still going to be here. And if I go to Little Nightmares, when I finish that, then we'll be going back to try and finish up Resident Evil 2. But you guys will have to help me remember stuff on that one. Remember exactly where I was. All I remember for sure is that big guy keeps chasing me everywhere and it's pissing me off. Hey, Dictator Steve. Hi, Steve. Nacho says, Clannad was originally a visual novel. Really? Would you rather play the game first or watch the anime adaptation? I like different aspects better between them. Well, I'm trying to remember. I saw episode 1 of Clannad, and I remember really liking it. It got sponsored over at the Goosh. I remember, I don't remember a lot of the details. I know I really liked it because we had talked about it a lot. And for me, I would probably want to go to the anime first just because I've had that taste. Persona 4 Golden. Yeah, like I say, I'm not looking for any new recommendations. We got plenty of stuff upcoming. But I think I'm leaning more and more towards Little Nightmares. And again, I just feel kind of bad because I know a lot of you guys really like Danganronpa. But I just that first murder mystery, well, it wasn't a mystery. Again, I got a little frustrated. I was all excited, to have the mystery start to unfold, and then she writes his goddamn name on the wall. It's like, what? Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, you keep missing my offer for happy endings. If you play Chinese checkers with me, I guarantee sexy victory. Let's go. I haven't played Chinese checkers since I was a little kid. Well, it doesn't matter if I win or lose anyway then. If the happy ending's guaranteed, shit. I'll just knock my marbles off the board. Let's get done. I should play Until Dawn or Walking Dead. I already, like I say, coming out it's should be still up on the channel. I played all the way through Walking Dead. It was really, really fun. I liked it a lot. MK11. I like the initial Mortal Kombat games. I haven't kept up with them at all. I'd have to try it again and see what I thought. I used to really enjoy, again, in the early days of Mortal Kombat. Hell, I go back to when they you had politicians that were actually trying to get the game banned in America. I liked it. Yeah, I would probably still enjoy that. Cthulhu says, I would recommend Dead Space, but the enemies move extremely quickly, but it really is a fun game. Very interesting story, too. That name sounds familiar, Cthulhu. I don't think I've played it. I think it must be others have mentioned it, because that name's familiar, but I don't think I've played it. Slick Dick says, Danganronpa can be pretty good at times, but you probably like Little Nightmares better. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give the wrong impression. I didn't hate Danganronpa. I don't like the way it's structured. The characters are really good. The setup is really good. But, for instance, I guess for me, when there was that, when Leon did the dirty there, and it did work out cool that it didn't unfold the way we thought. But there was a lot of extra added hoops to jump through when I already knew who did it. So it's like when you had all these questions and everything, and it's like, let's get down to it. It's like, you don't need to get down to it. Leon did it. Now, if you wanted to have it explained how it happened, because that was pretty cool, that would have been fine. But to go through that much extra gameplay when you already know who committed the act, it just seemed like a lot. MK is too gory for me now. Is it, Ocho? I know. I hear they really upped the gore on it. As a matter of fact, we might have. I was going to look at our selection of games. I don't remember. I think we have one of the MK games there, but actually it wouldn't do any good now, though, because whatever one we have, I play, now that I've got the computer that'll run it, I play the games on the computer that we live stream anyway, and if I had it right now, it'd be for the PS4. Fuck off, Train. Let's see. Never too much gore, Johnny says. Wolf Among Us. Wolf Among Us. Did we play any of that, guys? That one's real familiar. We've had so many things we tried out. I don't always remember. Wolf Among Us sounds real familiar. Check next post, please. Cheap Jump Scare says, the game Maneater is pretty great. You play as a shark who was cut out of your mom's belly, and you're trying to hunt down the hunter who killed her and battle other sea creatures along the way. That's pretty cool. Especially when give me a second. When the KKK, when Kisame is one of your all-time favorite characters, a shark-based game would be cool. Yes. Call of Duty Shotgun Boy Returns. I played a little. Well, it was a little while ago, Steve. Not online, just playing on my own here. I played a little. I didn't do. I mean, for me, you know how bad I was. I didn't do bad for me. Wasn't finished at the bottom of the leaderboard. I was finishing either lower portion or midway. So, I mean, considering I hadn't played in ages and knew nothing about the maps, that wasn't too bad. Jamie, nice. I want to play Maneater now. Little Nightmares would probably be more interesting to watch than GTA 5, but GTA is more popular. Well, GTA 5, though, Lex, that's going to be one I just keep throwing in here or there, no matter what else we play, just because I like it. And GTA 5 isn't one that I feel like you have to stay devoted to, because again, if you forget little details, who cares? It's just all individual missions, and it's all about a bunch of awesome gratuitous violence. So GTA 5, I'm just going to keep peppering in here or there, no matter what. But I'm going to wait to go back to Resident Evil 2, because that's when when I start playing, I want to keep right at it. But boy, I really had fun with that Inside. That was a blast. Dictator Steve says you should play Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. Has a good story to it. Lucky for you, doesn't require too much skill. I don't know how interested in Star Wars games I would be. I've never really gotten into them. Now, I watched not the first three to come out in theaters, which are actually 4, 5, 6. I watched them, was a big fan of those, but ever since I've just seen the Star Wars stuff kind of, hit and miss. The funny thing is, I didn't mean it as an innuendo this time. Jamie says, "Hello, I really like the sound of the pot of Andy." Oh, okay. I thought you were just making a joke to follow up on the others, Jamie. Happy accident. Isn't that what the painter boy there always used to say? We need Curtis in video games like we have Curtis in anime. I've thought about that, Andrew. I've actually thought about that. That may happen someday, especially with like GTA 5. There's a really good chance I may grab some GTA 5 footage and Curtis might enter into that world. That there's real good chance. Twain says, so I'm assuming no more GTA 5. You must have just got here because just a minute ago I was saying how GTA 5 is going to get peppered in here or there, regardless of what the main game is that we're playing. Yeah, I heard. I heard about that. That Gamer Poop. There's a new Skyrim Gamer Poop. I heard. Barry says, so I was doing my accounting for the first half of the year. I can't believe it's July already either. I know. Holy shit. And I calculated I spent around 300 350 on super chats. Love you, Uncle Curtis. Wow, really, Barry? I appreciate that. Wow. It's amazing how quick stuff like that adds up, isn't it? Wow. Holy crap. I feel like it should be more entertaining then. All right, I'll take the little guy. Nah, I'm not gonna take the little guy out yet. What about Red Dead Redemption 2? I mean, Young Quizzy like sounds like an okay game. It's not high on my list of things that I feel like I need to play, but there's no telling that it might come up on Game Stream someday. Well, we were just talking about that, or I'm doing one other game. I'm either going to continue with Danganronpa, or I'm going to play through Little Nightmares, and then I'm going back to Resident Evil 2. And again, as I said, for anybody just coming in, whatever one I'm playing, I'm gonna sprinkle in GTA 5 episodes here or there. And yes, as Andrew alluded to, there very well may be some episodes of Curtis in GTA 5 as well. What about a heavily modded Skyrim series? No, actually, Steve, I do want to go back to. Oh no, you said Skyrim. I don't know about Skyrim. I was thinking, I was looking at Tricon. I was thinking Minecraft. I enjoyed watching Spaz Kid play Skyrim. I never did a whole playthrough on it myself. We played a little on the channel here, there, and stuff, and we even had it on the channel where he was playing and I was watching because I really enjoyed the look of that game. I don't know. We'll have to see. I just don't know, CDV, if I have the ambition to sit through another one of those trials in Danganronpa. That's why I did the stream. I'm just trying to kind of talk it out for myself and see if I really have the gumption to want to do, especially now after having so much fun playing Inside and playing a game that was like, well, that game, every time I would stop, I was immediately thinking, okay, when can I fit in another game stream? You know what I'm saying? It was that much fun, that enticing. A really scary game is Uncle in the Closet. Most of the kills. Wow. Yeah, that sounds like not only a scary game, but a game that could really traumatize a lot of people. Cthulhu says I'm an instrument with no one to play me. Resident Evil 3. No, Cam the Gamer. We still got to finish Resident Evil, the remake on Resident Evil 2, before we go to another Resident Evil. Chrome says could try one of the JRPGs or anime-based games. Could play one of the Naruto Dragon Ball games that let you replay the series. Yeah, we could do that. At least now with enjoying the Curtis and anime, excuse me, guys, videos as much as I am, that allows me to keep my toes dipped in anime even more and do it at the channel, at the YouTube channel. So at least, I can do some anime related entertainment there. Thomas, he says, are we getting any more Golden? You never know. That'll be up. That's up to Golden. So you never know for sure what might happen with him next. And I'm sure nobody actually, it's frightening to think about what might happen with him next. Always. What about Barry says, what about a quick flash for a $500 donation deal? Just have to explain to my bank how I spent $500 on YouTube. That'll be an awkward phone call. Well, and the thing is too, Barry's obviously that would get our, we'd get our stream shut down and have streaming taken away from us for a while. But I have the ultimate defense, because I could tell Susan, it's like, listen, bitch, how can you lay down a heavy penalty for something that small? Come on. There should be minimum size. There should be a minimum size requirement for a penalty that ominous. Let's see. Can't go wrong with Persona 4 Gold and Persona 5 Royal. Both are anime JRPG. Yeah, again, this was my fault too. I didn't title this stream right, because it gives everybody the impression that we're looking for different suggestions. That was my bad. Thomas says, I meant the series you were doing. Oh, with what? The series on there? I don't know. I like that series. The problem was, as I was developing that, I was developing the Curtis and anime, and I can only do one or the other at the same time because they're both so time consuming to produce. So we very well may go back to it. But right now, as much fun as I had doing the golden one, I'm having more fun with the Curtis and anime, just because I'm such an anime nerd. And those for the channel will always be a one or the other, just again because of how much time they take to put together. Dictator Steve says, love you and Spaz Boy, maybe more than I should, but this has got to be my last donation. I need to save some money for Twitch thoughts. Good call, Steve. Listen, I am a huge supporter of always saving a little extra money for titties. No, you ain't got to convince me. I appreciate it, though. For real, though, Custer's Revenge Let's Play when? Lix, was that I might be thinking of the wrong game. Was that the game that was like almost full out porn or something from years ago? There was a game about Custer, I know, that was like that. Is that the one? That was a while back, though. Because wasn't it he just went nuts raping and pillaging or something? Well, thanks, Captain Misfit. I appreciate that. Atari porn game, biggest screen that says Custer Revenge Art. Oh, it is. Okay. That's what I thought. I see, things like that stick to my memory. I never saw it, but I remember reading about it. That'd make Susan have a stroke. Yeah, I remember that. I remember reading about that, talking about that game, but I never actually saw it. Reiner and Berthold, cool doggy names, Andrew says. Magical Girl anime. Yeah, Chrome. Yeah, but your Magical Girl anime is good. That one was a surprise. I've always said, whenever I watch anything, which is one of the reasons I like doing reaction videos, my nature is to look for reasons to like it. I'm always wanting to like something. But given that, even, I wasn't sure about this whole Magical Girl genre, but I'll tell you, that's a really well put together series. It's fun. It's funny. The characters are cute. The relationships are really cute. It's really well done. Just put together well. Try Limbo. Is a sequel to Inside. Is a lot more creepy. Oh, really? Dark Brotherhood? Maybe down the road then. I wouldn't mind doing a sequel to Inside, because I enjoyed that a lot. That was fun. I've never played a game quite like that before. That was a really good time. Sailor Moon is the true Magical Girl anime. But what I liked about that, again, that the difference between that and Danganronpa is Danganronpa drags for me with all the conversations. And a lot of them are conversations that just repeat themselves. And then again, the killer writes his name on the wall, and then you go through several hours of gameplay to convict him. It's like, convict him right now. There's his name. Really? Chrome says, well, technically, you've seen a few anime before that could be counted as Magical Girl. Kill La Kill, technically. Is it really? Is Chrome, that Kill La Kill would fit as Magical Girl? Well, the Kill La Kill was good. You know what? I screwed up yesterday. We went. You're talking about Kill La Kill. Made me remember this. Yesterday, I took Brax and my grandson both out. I had been telling them for a long time when the collector shops opened back up that I would take them out. My grandson I got him some baseball cards. He collects those, and Brax wanted some new table games. Him and his buddies at college play table games endlessly, and he plays with the grandkids here all the time. We're in the table game shop, and I noticed behind the counter they had Kill La Kill collector's cards. And I meant to ask, because you have to ask them to get them off the shelf. When we went to check out, I completely fucking forgot them. I just wanted to get a couple packs to see what they were like. But as you guys can see, the MHA crew did increase a little bit up on the shelf there because of going to the game store. Brian says, sorry, I'm late. I had a dream. I was stuck in hell. I woke up and said to my family, you were there, and you. They asked what it was about. I said, I just told you. Oh, Brian, that's brutal and very good. Cthulhu says, if Sue had a stroke, can I have the body? My pigs need more food. Just need to remove the teeth. They can't digest them. Not sure if they need her. It's just sad what Google has done with YouTube. It really is. We could do a flash nude stream in Twitch. They seem to be okay with nudity and vulgar obscene objects, no matter the size. Yeah, well, I that with Twitch though, Barry, it depends completely on who you are. If you're Alinity, you can like butcher domesticated animals on stream, I think, and you'd be okay. It all depends on who you are there. Kind of like with the Japanese companies with anime over here at YouTube. Let's see. Chrome says, well, one of the big things with Magical Girl anime is big outfit transformations that give powers usually. So yeah, technically Kill La Kill fits in. Oh yeah. Well, if it's about your outfit giving you powers, that would definitely count in Kill La Kill. Kill La Kill was surprisingly good. I really enjoyed that anime. Oh, really? Chrome says, oh, Ninja and other Twitch streamers are ripping her on Twitter now. Yeah, well, I don't understand how she gets away with all the shit she does. I mean, I don't personally, if it were my platform, I wouldn't be banning people for things of that nature. But the fact with Twitch is they had banned other people for similar or even lesser offenses, and she just gets to continue on her merry way. So, World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings online. I've played not online or not on video, Brian, but I played World of Warcraft years ago. I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. If I did anything like that, it would be WoW. It wouldn't be Lord of the Rings online because I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. But I used to play WoW a little bit years ago. It was pretty fun. Slick Dick Davis says, hey, big boy, have you ever played Fallout? No, I haven't played Fallout. Fallout New Vegas is a great balance of story and gameplay, but Fallout 4 is definitely better gameplay-wise. Yeah, XQC, I don't even know what that is. But no, I've heard a lot about the Fallout series, but no, I've never played one. Chrome says she tried to claim that Ninja is worse than her, and then people dogpile there. Usually it's her piling shit on dogs, so irony, I guess. Nice. Cthulhu says, if I find a Cthulhu figure, I'm sending it to you. Oh, Cthulhu could have a place on the shelves right over here. Absolutely. Doing good, Bailey. Just watch hentai, it's easier. Oh, well, Dark Brotherhood, that's not something that that's not something I'd have to be convinced to do. I would be very amenable to that idea. Shrek is love. All time play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Let's play some children's card games, Ocho says. That is, for never having been a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan or anything, I got to admit, Igotas was a great series. Just for what he was able to do with those characters and those voices and my hair and a children's card game and all. Just some great quotes from that. Krusty Bomb says, Alinity gets away with the shit she does for the sole reason that she's literally one of the biggest cash cows, emphasis on the word cow, on Twitch. XQC is another streamer that roasts her a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what's bullshit about it, is just holding people to different standards. I think both Twitch and YouTube are way oversensitive. I think Twitch is more oversensitive than YouTube now, because YouTube, now that, like, when we post a video, you have a checklist you're supposed to go through if you want to monetize it. And so they've laid out pretty well for you what your content will get you: demonetized, partially monetized, or fully monetized. So that you appreciate. Twitch is a lot more uneven about all that. And that's why I don't even bother having or the gaming streams I monetize, these streams I do not. Because again, you have to fill out that questionnaire, and I don't remember what the hell we talked about during the stream. And I'm not going to sit in these streams and be worried about what I'm saying. So I just don't monetize them. You know, because if we talk about whatever, if we talk about anything that YouTube would find even slightly controversial, like say we talk about Black Lives Matter. If we talked about that during the stream, I got to remember to mark that so it doesn't get monetized and everything. So I just like, fuck it. I don't monetize them at all. I don't know, Liam. That's what we were just talking about. He says you're planning to continue Danganronpa, right? Danganronpa, I'm just debating whether I really want to stay with that one or not. Again, it's the pacing of it. I'm not a big fan of. And again, I've said it before, but I know there's new people coming in. Just like this first trial we had here, going through all that, when as soon as I walked into the bathroom and saw his name written on the wall, I knew who did it. It just seemed like a lot of dragged out time. Barry says, why does Brax leave his computer on? I didn't even notice that. Does he know how much streams make? We don't own stock in the electric company, damn it. Wait, you guys say that in this voice. We don't own stock in the electric company, damn it. Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, you ever play the South Park games? I don't remember. Are they on hold or over? No, again, all of the games we did here on streams, the only one I was able to make it through was The Walking Dead. But even that was frustrating because all those other games had stopped because I couldn't, no matter how many different games I tried, I couldn't get decent looking streams. Well, since then, I found out one of the big issues was I didn't remember what I had put in my last computer, and I didn't have the video card that I thought I did. So between that and getting the getting a huge bump in my signal strength from Spectrum, ironed all that out. So now we could go back to them. But that's why those never paid off, because to me, it wasn't fun creating live streams for you guys that when you went back to rewatch them, I was completely out of sync with the gameplay. And sometimes my own audio was out of sync with me. It was havoc. Brian says, just a fun thought, get Planet Coaster off of Steam. We can all build an amusement park together that can be interactive. I've heard of that one. I've heard of that game before, Brian. Yeah, I don't know. Again, the only reason I hesitate with things like that is I don't like to start something like that if I'm not going to have time to be involved in it with everybody. Brother, he says, play Doom Eternal and set it to extreme settings until you fry out your CPU. I tell you what, I do want to play again at some point. I still want to do another hardcore round of Minecraft because I still feel like I got screwed when I got killed that last time. God damn it, I had everything going too. That bastard blew me up. Chrome says platforms are very selective with their rules. YouTube has a Korean woman who eats live octopuses and other animals and fish, just cooks them alive and throws salt on them, and then swallows writhing pain. Really, Chrome? Yeah, all these companies, whether it's video or just social media companies in general, are very uneven about the way they apply their own rules. M4 says, if you want Dark Souls but anime style, you could try Code Vein. It got plot and plenty of anime waifus. Anime waifus are always a major plus in any game for me. You know what I really enjoyed, and it's all thanks to you guys. Doki Doki Literature Club was a fucking blast. That was fun. And my memory is so bad, I can see us replaying that again sometime. I had a lot of fun with that creepy freaking game. Brother, he says DBZ Kakarot and South Park would be fun to play. Yeah, South Park. Now we could go back to South Park, because if you look at those old South Park streams, you'll see why they ended because it was terrible. Again, everything was running out of sync and everything. Oh, such a pain in the ass. Let's see. Chrome says, beat up Braxton, take a Switch. Play Breath of the Wild or Xenoblade. Both masterpieces. There's even Yu-Gi-Oh! The anything to do with Zelda wouldn't take much. As a matter of fact, because Brax has the Switch, I have to intentionally, because you can play the retro games on there, and I see the original Zeldas on there, and I intentionally do not start playing it because that would get addictive to me. I remember playing that one originally, and I just don't have time to get addicted to a game. Jamie says, now, Uncle Curtis, you have to be honest. That ending in the Death Note skit would never happen. You'd never endanger Spaz Kid. Well, the only way I would go that ham is if I felt that society was on the precipice of an even more painful taking of itself out, which the way 2020 is going could be a possibility. This is Kyle says, you definitely need to play Dark Souls and totally not because I'm evil and like watching people suffer when they try to figuratively bash a wall down using only their head. Then I would probably help. Well, the thing is too, Kyle, if you see much footage of my wrestling career, me taking a wall down with my head is not out of the realm of possibility in real life either. I couldn't tell you how many times this thing has been used as nothing more than a battering ram. As a matter of fact, when I was wrestling, people got to know the character and taken just insane amounts of cranial abuse so much that the guy who I used to tag with, who played the role of my little brother, great dude, Lee, when him and I would tag together, we would do the old Bushwhackers thing where he would grab me in a headlock and he would run my head into other people. Tyler says, can you do polls for new games when you finish the ones you're already playing? No, I probably won't do a poll. What I do is I always get good advice in here in the streams. The problem with YouTube polls is you have people that just drop by and want to vote on a poll or just happen to see the video come up and they're recommended or whatever. Or even so, you have such a large community that a good hunk of it isn't active, but they come in and vote in polls, so you don't get a result that is really reflective of the people who are currently here. So anytime I want advice on something like that, I just come into the streams. That's where I got little nightmares from, was talking to you guys in a stream. Jamie says, I really feel like the only one that has had a good 2020. Well, I'm good. I'm glad somebody's having one. Not only have I been able to build a savings, I've grown tremendously in my confidence. Well, that's good. My health seems to be holding up despite its weakness. Well, that's good, Jamie. I'm glad to hear somebody's having a little bit of a decent run here, because this has been a trying year for sure. I mean, for me personally, other than what all of us are going through, being frustrated by not being able to do things and stuff, it hasn't been horrible for me, only because it didn't, this is what I do. This is what I was doing prior to 2020, and this is what I love. And I'm very fortunate that the pandemic didn't affect me being able to do what I was already doing every day and enjoying every day. So the worst part of 2020 for me is seeing how it's so adversely affected a lot of people that I know and care about. I've had a good year too. Got a date tonight with my left hand, Dark Brotherhood says. Now see, Dark Brotherhood, if I had a date with my left hand, that would actually be something special, because I'm a righty all the way. So if I make a date with my left hand, I pretend it's a stranger. Getting some on the side. That's right. Chrome says, I'm actually considering looking into investing in trades later this year. Got a decent bit of money saved now, so feel like now maybe the time. Absolutely, Chrome. Sure. Braxton's done pretty good. I think I told you guys, I had him download Cash App because it's convenient for when he goes back to school, when he needs money quickly for something, I can get it to him immediately. And on there, you can make a couple trades per day. So I gave him I think I gave him $50. And last I knew, he had it up to 90 some. I think it's dropped off a little now because he invested in a couple of cruise lines. And they haven't bounced back as quickly as he was hoping they would, which is why I invested in him. So he dropped a little off, but he's still well ahead overall. Cthulhu says, gets Death Note, writes down human race. Yeah. Brother E, God of War PS4 would be an awesome game to play. Well, it won't be. I won't be streaming probably, Brother E, any PS4 games. It's just too much easier now with the decent computer. It's way easier for me to stream directly from my PC than from the PS4. Edgar says, "Oh yeah, the old Dave Chappelle Stranger." Yes. Oh, see, I remember that. And I love Dave. Did he talk about that? That's been a thing since my teen years. We would always say that if you knew it was going to be a special night if you used your left hand, because that means you were seeing a stranger. Oh, not bad at all. Any profit is good profit. That's what I say, Chrome. Yeah, he's done well. The first couple things he invested in did well quickly. He got out, moved around, and now he's waiting. He's being smart. He's getting frustrated with the cruise lines, but he feels confident they'll at least get back to where he was. So he said, Dad, I'm not dropping until I at least get my money back, and then I'm going to look at investing elsewhere. So he's having a lot of fun with it. Jamie says, I've invested in some cryptocurrencies. It seems to fluctuate but stay steady. Yeah, cryptocurrencies are known for their volatility, Jamie, but it seems like even when they do tank, it seems like they do eventually rebound. Yeah. Yep. Well, it says you were a teen a long time ago, in a time far removed from what we know today. when you had 3 channels on the TV and you liked it, god damn it. And to get one of the 3 channels, you had to hold the rabbit ears on the TV the entire time you were watching the show just to help the reception. Check Queen said, I just paid a homeless guy to jack me off. Hey, he gets paid, you get what you want. Perfectly reasonable exchange of services. What's up, Jake? We're just debating here. I think I've come to the conclusion talking to you guys. Little Nightmare is going to be next. I apologize for those of you who really enjoyed Danganronpa, but the more I actually say it and talk with you guys about it, it just hasn't really attracted me enough to. It doesn't make me want to play again like Inside did. I play around to that, and then immediately I'm sitting around thinking, okay, when can I fit in another? And I haven't gotten that with Danganronpa ever since I saw her write Leon, and then I went through that endless pathways and different hoops to jump through just to prove that, yes, it was Leon. Play Contra with Spaz. Oh, Contra, man, that's old school, Ocho. Way back. Yeah, somebody just said that earlier, Loving the Coup, about Limbo, that it was it won't be next, but being that it was made by the same people that played Inside, I could see us playing that down the road, because again, Little Nightmares is going to be next. Yeah, so that we'll be playing Little Nightmares, throwing some GTA 5. When we finish Little Nightmares, just so you guys know what's coming up, we'll finish Resident Evil 2. So for those of you who weren't watching that, if you want it, well, when we get there, just search on our channel, search Resident Evil 2, and you'll see those gameplays we're playing, and we'll finish that up. I hate the time zone difference between Australia and the Americas. It's 4 a.m. here, but I'll be damned if I miss a Papa Curtis. Well, I appreciate that, King Exception. 4 a.m. I know we have an extreme difference. Wow. So 10 hours? Woo. No, wait, it's 3 p.m. What am I saying? That's 13 hours. Yikes. Can you play Team Fortress 2, please? I played a little Team Fortress 2 before my milk. If that came back on the channel, it would be, again, we've got plenty of stuff lined up. It would be quite a while. Australia's a conspiracy. Yes, Wolverine. Yeah, the Flat Earthers informed us, though. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that, my friend, that you Australians, of course, are just make-believe. Flat Earthers told us. I can't believe it. I mean, you guys are good actors, though, because I really believe there was an Australia. I really did. Yeah, I got sucked in. Yeah, Gavin, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of, we make jokes about it. Isn't it kind of frightening, though, that there are actually people who genuinely believe that Australia doesn't exist and it's just actors, and these people are allowed to just walk the streets freely amongst us? It's a little concerning. Captain Misfit, playing SimSimi. The only reason I got away from SimSimi is he's completely unpredictable now. They nerf him all the time. It's like they come through every so often, and cut him down to where he doesn't say anything interesting. And then I'll go try it again because it's just an app now. I'll try it again on my phone, and then he's back to being his usual or his old obnoxious self. But you never know what you're going to get with Simi anymore. Nacho says, for better or worse, Danganronpa accurately uses the tedious aspects of detective and lawyering, minus the paperwork, obviously. Got to get the right evidence, use it right to get a conviction. Right. And I don't mean to, I agree with you, Nacho. I don't mean to demean the gameplay. It's just that type of gameplay is not for me because it is, just as you outlined, it's too tedious. Again, the example I used was, I used to play a lot of chess. I got actually pretty good at it. And then I stopped because the older I got, when I play a game or am doing anything, I need to keep going. I don't want tedious tasks. Oh, a good example too is my grandkids come over now, of course, during the day while my daughter works. And my grandkids and my wife and our friend Carrie, who is also our staff here in the house for my daughter, they'll work on puzzles. I can't do it. I'll sit down with them. I'll look for a couple pieces, maybe find one or two. It's like, I got to go do something where things happen. You would think, again, pushing 60, I would calm down a little bit, but I don't. It's just like people ask me all the time, like in these streams and stuff or in the videos, because I'm always hyped up. They'll say, how do you do that all day? Don't you crash afterwards? But the absolute honest truth is this is me. I'm like this all the time. I told you guys before, my whole take on life is it's pretty short. You might as well enjoy it. And that's the way I look at everything. It's always about what's the next fun thing I can do. So I'm always jacked up. And I think that's why games that are intricate yet tedious are not necessarily for me. Try to guess who dies and who survives in Danganronpa? Oh, it would just be wild guesses now because I haven't gone far enough to know a lot of details about characters. Though it would just be complete guesses now. Dimona says, whenever I see some weird shit happening and it's on the news, I always think Florida. Yeah, I think we all do now. Has to be Florida. Florida without a doubt. Florida. Any other place? Well, that's why Florida man is such a meme. It is crazy how many bizarre things do come from Florida. And I love Florida. You guys, it's home to Disney World. How can I not love Florida? But yes, it's a fun place. Hi ho. Curtis off the goose we go. Indeed, John. Always. Halo, Bobby Angel. I played Halo years ago. It was okay. It's fun. I preferred Modern Warfare. I'm sorry, Call of Duty, only because I like the ground warfare much better than I like space warfare. That's the only reason. Nothing against Halo. It's just personal preference. That's why I got away from the Call of Duty series for a while when they started trying to bring Halo elements into it. Remember, we had those releases where you could do double jumps and leap tall buildings in a single bound and all that stupid shit. That's when I stopped playing the game. It's like, no, I play this one because I like ground warfare. So, but that's the only reason I never got into Halo. I don't like the space element as much. Battlefield was fun as hell, Jack. I think the only reason I stayed with Call of Duty was because I was so into it before I ever played a round of Battlefield. But Battlefield was fun, yeah. Battlefield was fun because again, ground warfare, and then there, you could get into the planes and you had the tanks. Yeah, Battlefield's a good game. Lick says Australia. It's one of those fictional places, right? Like Atlantis or Ireland. Irishland, Lick. Remember, Irishland. Well, oh no, Ireland is fictional. Irishland is real. Yeah, Bobby. He says I hated those Call of Duty games too. They've made so many stupid decisions over the years in that series, haven't they? I mean, again, you had Halo. If you wanted to be playing that space type of game, people were playing it. And then Call of Duty just decides, well, we need to add in here some space type elements. No, it's not your genre, you dimwits. You should react to porn. I do all the time, Dark Brotherhood. All the time. Andrew says, if Florida is America's dong, California is America's ass, which makes Hawaii poop. That's pretty good. I like that, Andrew. I'm picturing the map. My mind is just saying it's like, yeah, pretty much. That's good. Fucking people trying to convince me Australia is fake. I know that already. Dumbass Punster says. Yeah, I know. I've played some of the last two CODs, Dark Canter, just for that reason. That's why. That's the ones that had the space elements. I played a little bit. I was pissed off because the first one I bought, not just because it was a Call of Duty release and didn't know it. I start playing that thing. They're doing these double jumps and shit. I'm like, get this fucking game away from me. So I took it back to GameStop and got 37 cents for it. Chrome says, come on, Curtis, no place on earth could be more dangerous than Portage. Just Harper's. Australia is a fairy tale. Indeed. Jamie says, exactly, Andrew. I can testify. Cali is a bunch of ass. Yeah. Well, you guys know it was a long time ago, but I lived in California for several years, and I'd never lived there again. But to be perfectly honest with you, I hate living in New York. But the only reason I stay here is because my wife wants to stay next, here with the grandkids, because fucking New York sucks too. Let's see. Krusty Bomb says, Irish land exists, but the land down under doesn't. Flat earthers have zero consistency because some of them also believe the poles are literally massive ice walls that don't allow for travel. Again, when you find out some of the things that people genuinely, honestly believe, like flat earth, it is kind of frightening that that those people are just allowed to walk around amongst us, because there's some serious issues going on there. All right, guys. Well, I gotta head out. Thank you for the stream, and thank you for the help and the guidance. And again, I apologize for any of you who really enjoyed Danganronpa, but I don't think, as I think about it too, I don't think I do you guys any favors by playing a game that I'm not really that into. And again, just as we were talking about, the analytical nature of Danganronpa just makes it too slow for what I like in gaming. So we will be going to Little Nightmares next. I'll be throwing in some GTA 5. When we finish Little Nightmares, we'll go back there and we'll finish up on Resident Evil 2. And as we get close to the end of that, in these streams, that's when we'll be taking suggestions for another game, and we'll figure out something else to continue playing. So as far as when, Hosan, it's whenever I can. And that's why I don't make schedules, because there's no sense in me making one when I know I won't be able to keep to it a good portion of the time. And I don't like to tell you guys I'll be streaming or doing something and then not show. So you'll just have to kind of watch for them, because I never know for sure when I'm going to have the time. All right, but here it is. What is today? Wednesday? Oh, it's Hump Day sticky stuff. Hump Day sticky stuff. Not the freshest, but it comes directly from the hump. My lovely lady hump. My hump. My hump. Here it is. Pamfu. Hump Day sticky stuff. Uncle Curtis. Oh, on the shelf. Jock strap or a man bag? No, that's oh God, another name's gone right out of his head. Or right out of his head, right out of my head. Are you kidding me? Hold on a second, guys. I hate when I do this on names, and I do it all the time. I'm just Gara. Thank you, Ocho. It's Gara's bag. I completely blanked out on his name. Yeah, that's Gara's bag that hangs there. Could be a man purse too. How lovely, lady hump it. All right, but here we go. Pamfu. Hump Day sticky stuff for everybody. Sticky stuff for you. Hump it. Hump the sticky stuff out there, because we'll bang, okay? Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, in the middle of the week, each end of the week, doesn't matter. It's the most important thing. Goosh.